Namaste everyone. We are now in the 33rd part of the Mahabharata series, in which we are going to see the after effect of the cosmic effect as told by Vyāsa and the comparable scientific evidence for this in the scientific field. One such evidence is the flood. It corresponds with the biblical flood caused by the cosmic hit of the Mahabharata period. How? The verse says, Vyasa says that there were some huge sounds coming from the Himalayan region, particularly in the Kailāsa, Mandara, Kailāsa and Mandara Giris. From there, in the Himavata, Sahasrasho Mahashabdam Shikarani Patanticha. That is thousands of huge sounds, like the peaks are all breaking and then falling down. He doesn't say just stones or rocks. He says the peaks are bursting. What does it mean? And when we are looking for some kind of evidence in the Himalayan region near the Kailash, there is one place called Langtang, 500 kilometers to the east of Kailash, where there is some evidence of something as having fallen on that and then just broken down the slopes. With the bursting of the mountain at Kailasha and Himavat and the sound of explosions of thousands of summits tumbling down as reported by Vyasa is noticed in Langtang. This is the map of Kailash and then Langtang is here. And there is a research study on this. The electron microscopic study of hylomylota and mylonites. These are all totally scientific, just beyond my capacity. But the article says that there is a hit from the southwestern direction, and the peaks just burst, and then for nearly 4 kilometers width, the material had just fallen down. It's not an avalanche. This was something comparable with Köfels hit. You would have heard about a place called Köfels in Austria, where also it has been proven that some asteroid had hit the mountain peak, and then it caused the rocks just bursting and then falling down. And there is that evidence of that heavy heating and followed by sudden cooling and crystallization, all that. The evidence is very much present of a asteroid hit or some fragment of a comet had fallen or hit the mountain at Langtang. That evidence matches with what Vyasa has said. And also this crash, it has crashed, that is, some fragments have crashed in the Persian Gulf. This is known from the kind of flood implication, because Vyasa says that verse I have not quoted here, but I have quoted in my book. He says that the waters were just agitated because of this hit, but the waters did not cross the shores. That means it did not cause a tsunami in the Indian shores, he has meant by that, but it has caused such tsunami in the Arabian Sea, which caused the water to enter into Euphrates and Tigris and then go up to Mount Ararat, causing the Noah's Ark to just climb the Mount of Ararat, which is known as Urartu in the biblical terms. Here I am showing one research um, publication by some university in the United States, which has just listed down all the possible flood years around 3200 BCE. Because for the Westerners, the biblical researchers, this biblical flood is a very big reality for them, and they are looking for the location and the time period, and several people have worked on it. And when we have an evidence of 3136 BCE cosmic hit, I started looking for the matching biblical flood theory. And here I can see this line represents the 3136 year, and it passes through Mayan year. See, 3114 BCE was a Mayan calendar beginning year. So around that I can see the exact date, that is matching with 3136, the biblical flood proposed by Dr. Hales. When I went through his paper and all the simulations that he has created, one of the simulations are like this given by him. This is the Arabian Peninsula, the entire one. But here you are seeing the water. The water had just inundated part of the Arabian Peninsula, gone into the Mesopotamian region and up to Mount Ararat. So somewhere here in the Arabian Persian Gulf, if there is a asteroid hit, then it would have caused a tsunami, which would have inundated the whole of this flood, the whole of this area. And when I compared it with the biblical account, it says on the seventh month, on the 17th day of the seventh month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Urar. So, in the Vedic calendaric months, starting from Chaitra in the sidereal year, the crash happened on the seventh month. So, and also the Genesis says, just it gives two hints. One is that this biblical flood, it was accompanied with some torrential rains for 40 days after that. And at that time, some fountain of water just burst up, it says. So that means something had fallen into the water in the Persian Gulf region, and it just caused the water just burst like a fountain. That's number one. Number two, it says there was the clouds or the rain had just enveloped, covered the entire region, giving rainfall continuously, which caused this flood. And we will come to the scientific reason and the scientific proof for such kind of torrential rain in the later part. But such kind of rain is not reported in the Indian subcontinent. But so it shows that I'll show the other one also. See, here in Langtang it had fallen. In Mohenjo-daro it had fallen. We have already seen how there were mangled bodies, skeletons found now, which was related to the Aryan invasion theory, but in reality it was a kind of atomic attack, which could be nothing other than an asteroid hitting the area, and this is the probable place where another fragment or a group of fragments had fallen into the Persian Sea, Persian Gulf. You can see almost all of them were falling in the around the same latitude. So from the same direction, the fragments have fallen. Langtang at 28 point and then 27 point, 29 point. So simultaneously here it had fallen, and this has caused the tsunami. So the tsunami effect had not been felt. If at all there was some agitation in the sea, they would have felt only in the Gujarat or in the Dwarka region. It was here. Dwarka was here at that time, very well placed. So what Vyāsa had said is about just waters just rising or just bubbling, but not crossing the shores here, because this that means the impact region was far away. So it just left some kind of wave movement here, but the entire impact had fallen on the Iran-Iraq region, and then water has gone into the Tigris and Euphrates and then got up to Urato. So with this, we are coming to the end of part 33. In the next part, we will see further scientific evidence for all these things. So the biblical flood had been recorded in our text only, we can say, though they don't know that it is the biblical flood. Some flood had happened, but it happened elsewhere. It also shows that the impact of the cosmic hit was far more in the Middle East and the Arabian Peninsula than in India. Thank you. Please share this with your friends.